Going back to golf, like golf was, I think it still is and was the sport where business gets done. Mm-hmm. And now pickleball, I feel like, is the sport where business gets done. 100. John, do you, like, we've all been a part of this Founders League.
Yeah.
Would you say that pickleball is becoming the new golf?
You know what's wrong with golf? It takes 5 hours to play.
I agree. I completely agree.
Golf. Who wants to spend 5 hours? I mean, maybe on a Saturday.
I'll spend 5 hours playing pickleball any day.
Yeah. 5 hours is a long time to play pickleball. A couple hours is plenty. Of course, you're a younger man than me.
I've done it. I've done it a few times. You feel really
I've done it too, but I'm pretty
it.
sore the next day.
But is it the new golf? I mean, is
100%.
that...
Unlike golf, where you can actually talk about business and deal making on the course. When you're playing pickleball, it's afterwards that you...
It's more F-bombs on the court, and then after it's...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think you're more likely to get a business deal done on the golf course or on the pickleball course? You, John Mackey.
I don't really play golf anymore, so it's hard to say that, answer that question. But I play Frisbee golf.
Nice.
And I'm not sure I get them done in the pickleball court or the golf thing, but you develop the relationships, and then you take that offline. With that relationship established, then you can go make deals with people. Because first of all, you can tell a lot about people when you play pickleball with them. Mm-hmm. You can tell whether somebody's aggressive, whether they're passive. I think the personality is expressed. How do they deal with frustration? What happens, like I'm not going to name this friend. He's a very good pickleball player. He plays at Urban. And you remember, it was at my sports weekend, we're playing pickleball, and he was playing really bad. And he's always like cool and calm. And then I saw another side of him I never seen. He got so frustrated, he just hurled his paddle against the wall because he was so pissed at how he was playing. And it was like, whoa, I'd never seen this side of him before.
Was there any sort of thought around, all right, I'm going to maybe reassess my relationship with this person? Or was it like, all right, this guy on the court?
No, what I saw was that I actually liked that he did that because he'd always been so in control all the time. It was kind of good to see him really lose his temper and his frustration. So my sense of him got a little bit bigger, a little bit less monolithic.
What do you think the game teaches you about strategy or psychology that transfers into your life or business?
Great question. I mean, I think all games can teach you. I think there's pickleball. What happens when you're in a tight game? Are you going to get really super conservative? Are you going to be scared to screw up? So then you start, just playing it safe. I'm a great believer that aggression in almost any game, and business is that way. Aggression, assertiveness, if you don't like that word, but I think aggression is a good word. I think that wins most of the time. And so if somebody's more passive out there, I don't think they win as often. You got to be able to, and you also got to be able to, what happens, can you dial up your game when you're getting near the end of the game? It's like, to me, can you focus? One of the things I say to myself in a close game at the end, I'm saying it to myself sometimes out loud, focus, 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 dial in, dial in, dial in. And, it shows you what your character is, how you're going to do under pressure.
I totally agree.
You mentioned, moving fast and iterating in business.
Yes.
Do you think that is a good lesson for the pickleball court where you try a strategy, if it doesn't work, you iterate quickly?
Yeah, you've got to study your opponents, and you've got to see, it's like, let's say somebody's got a really good, as you get the kitchen and they're really good with their backhand. But they're so dependent on the backhand. If you can just get that over to their forehand side a little bit, they're not going to get it back. So you just have to study your opponents, and then you have to be able to adapt your game to what you're finding yourself. Or sometimes they're really on. So what can you do? Like maybe your strategy is to hit it to the weaker player, but that weaker player that day is really having an incredible game. So then it's like, okay, well, I got to try something different. Part of it's you iterate because you have to, because your other strategy is no longer working. You got to try a new one. And that's iteration. And then as you try new things, you begin to discover new things about your opponents as well. Also your teammate as well. You'll know your own teammates' weaknesses.
Yeah.
And when you're playing against each other, it's like you'll notice things about your partner that when you get on the other side of the court, you'll exploit.
Yeah.